Most choirs and church folks don't really grow. You often see choir members that have been in the choir for several years, 10 years, 5 years, and you hear them sing the same way all year round. Nothing changes. Let's stop that, shall we? The first thing that you'll need to do as a music director, if your choir is going through this, is learn hard songs. When I'm talking about hard songs, it's a relative term because what's hard for someone might be easy for someone else. And this mostly depends on how much you've worked on yourself, what you are able to do at that stage of your career. So you shouldn't just jump. If there is a scale of hardness, say from 1 to 10, you can't just jump from, say, a 2 to a 9. You will be frustrated with both yourself and your choir members. What you want to do is to progressively expose your choir to hard songs. Key word is progressively. Start with a song they can handle and then find a song that is just a bit harder than that and make sure they attempt it. Now, be patient while they learn this. What usually happens is the more a choir does hard songs, the better they get at attempting other hard songs. Again, like I usually say, music is cyclical in the sense that what you encounter in one song, there is a high chance you will encounter it in another song. So whenever you attempt a song that is hard, it builds your capacity to do other hard songs. And the process of you learning these hard songs is going to force you to grow beyond what you already know. I must warn you though, it can be a demanding, time-consuming process. But if you stick to it, you realize that the time it takes you to learn songs that are hard in that level becomes shorter until you conquer that level and then you get to something better. The second thing I would encourage you to do if your choir is not improving is to prioritize individual growth. The thing is, most choir members or people that join the choir think that when they come to the choir, they're going to learn a lot of things and they're going to grow. Yeah, that happens, but it's not the way you think. Your growth in a choir, if you're not working on yourself, is going to be infinitesimally small. That means that if you were at a level 2 and you join the choir without, let's say, working on yourself after choir rehearsal hours, you're at best going to grow to a level 4. Okay? Music directors, your responsibility during choir rehearsals is not to groom individuals. Your responsibility is to make sure the choir sounds good as a unit. People have to learn to work on themselves individually to grow before they even come for rehearsal. So encourage your choir members to grow, to work on themselves. Now, what you can do to help them is, as a music director, notice people's strengths, notice their weaknesses. Show them how to work on their weaknesses and how to consolidate on their strengths. Give them tasks. Let them attempt this task per week. Monitor their growth if you can. Okay, if you can, because if your choir people are not making out the time to grow individually, they will stress you. You know how frustrating it can be being in a rehearsal where you have this great idea in your head and yet your choir members just mess it up for you. It is frustrating. So ensure that your choir members grow as individuals. The third thing you're going to do if you want your choir to grow is teach your choir the language of music. Music is a language and there is a way we communicate. It's surprising how many people don't understand the concepts of keys, scales, basic things that every singer should know. Progressions, There are some things that at a level of music you are required to understand. If you still don't understand how to talk the basic language of music, it is limiting. Because imagine trying to communicate with a musician, or you go somewhere and as a singer, maybe you didn't go with your musicians and you want someone to help you play, and you can't even tell them what your song should sound like. It's frustrating. You just say, it sounds like, it sounds like, what is, Basic language, understand basic chords. So teach your choir basic chords, the major chords, the minor chords, diminished, even if they cannot play. Okay, let them at least have a basic idea of what those chords sound like. Expose your choir members to chord progressions, the regular ones. At least let them understand progressions. Teach your choir basic music theory, keys, time signatures. These are things that if they understand, it's going to make the workflow in rehearsal easier. Let your choir members understand solfa notation. See, solfa notation is a game changer. If your choir people can understand how to sing the solfa of songs, it will make your work faster, both for them and for you. So train your choir members to learn how to sing solfa, to understand keys and stuff like that. It's going to help you. It's going to help them. The fourth thing you should do if you want your choir to grow is instill a culture of discipline. You know, choir people, they like to talk, they like to play, they like to just have fun. And that's okay. That's part of what makes a rehearsal interesting. But when the fun and the play is more than the work being done, it becomes an issue. Let your guys know that when it's time to work, we have to put our heads down and work. Still in that light, one thing that sabotages the choir's efforts really well is the issue of lateness. If your people are used to coming late, you will most times not get a lot of work done, and it damages the team's morale, because you have these people that come early and then this other set of people that come late. The people who come early come and waste time waiting for the people who come late. So if you don't start, it looks like, okay, I'm also going to come late next time. And then a rehearsal that was fixed for 4 p.m. drags to 5 p.m. before everyone starts. So we're shorting ourselves for like an hour, and then you have to do the preambles to start. It's demoralizing. See, instill discipline in your choir members. Basic things: do not come late. Work on your songs before coming. You cannot come for rehearsal and you are not ready for the songs. Get out of here. Go home. What are you coming here to do? So you come and the rest of us worked on the song at home. You did not work at the song. You did not work on the song at home, and you want to come and waste our time. Why? That cannot happen. If that becomes a thing that recurs, that happens like over and over, then that choir member needs to get checked. It is not proper. What I'm basically saying is this: instill discipline in your choir. Music is serious business. There is anyone that is not serious cannot be a musician. You cannot be a singer, especially at the professional level. If you're playing, cool. But if you're going to be serious with music, you know that it takes a lot of discipline to do music. Let your guys in the choir have that kind of mindset. You will get a lot done. The last thing I'm going to say on this relates to the last point I made, and it's never encourage mediocrity. Okay? Don't let your people just be local champions. Like, they are great here, everybody celebrates them. But when they go out there, can they stand at par with other choir guys? At every point in time, learn to show your choir guys the big picture. There is a better place you can get to. You can never be too good. Encourage your choir guys to work hard. This ties back to the number 2 point we made. Encourage them to work hard. Do not tolerate mediocrity. Excellence should be your watchword at every point in time. Are we doing this well? If we're not doing it, we'll do it again. If it takes us 10 times to get it right, we will get it right. Because the moment you encourage mediocrity, the moment you say, okay, we've tried for today, let's just manage it like that, that's a culture you're building, and it's going to come back to bite you. So I want you to always make sure that you encourage excellence, fight for excellence in your choir. When your choir members know that it is either excellent or it's not going to fly, they will put in the efforts to give you an excellent result every single time. I hope this helps.